Bill's niece, Jenny, Kathy's daughter. And I couldn't think of one memory. There's too many.
Can I stand here?
Yes.
Okay.
No. So I just have a little thing of just some of my memories growing up. I feel very fortunate to have known him at all. And we all know how special of a person he is. And I'm going to share just some of my memories growing up over the years. And it's not too many, it's not very long. So I tried to think back to very early on when we were little, some of my earliest memories. Passionate political debates over many years, actually, with his father, Papa, at 720 Linden in Wilmette. And I think every time we went over there, I just could not forget the passionate political debates because they were polar opposites. And I think most of us would just leave the room and go do something else, and they would just battle it out for hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
Geodesic domes. And as you look around, he loved geodesic domes. Going back to, I think, inspiration from Buckminster Fuller. And he loved them so much, like they were everywhere, and he surrounded his life with them. Big as a house and as small as an egg. And it was a geodesic dome, he loved it. And then I had written down that he created the paper version, which is up on the wall, that he gave to everyone, and he brought them over to our house, and I kept them. I think I still have them. Yeah, he just wanted to share how excited he was about those. And art in the woods. So I know that that was brought up, but I remember being little. Yeah, so I was one of the kids that got to go to Art in the Woods in the 70s. Lisa,
Yeah,
I think.
amazing.
Yeah.
They're still doing it.
I didn't
By the
know.
way.
Like in Peoria?
Yep, they're still doing
Peoria,
it.
yeah.
That's
Kids
amazing.
Gotta go. So.
We stayed at Bob and Joan's farm, and we played and we explored, and I think it was my brother Bo and my cousin Chris, his son, jumped into a giant water trough that was for the cows and
Yes, I
swam in
remember
there.
this.
They thought it was a good idea to go swimming, and I think I don't even remember what adult it was, just sheer panic of, oh my God, you've got to get out of that filthy, stinking water. You're going to die.
Probably your mom.
I know, maybe it was
Your poor mother.
Oh my God. So, yeah, and we were all, I think we were standing, we were standing on the edge of that cow pasture water with these giant heifers on top of it that probably could have killed us too. These cows.
That does make sense now.
Oh my God. Anyway, Art in the Woods. Yeah, I don't think
Bad idea.
it was not a good idea. I know, and now I think about those brain-eating amoebas were probably in that water.
That's what his problem. No,
Now,
just
anyway, I remember all of the artwork at Art in the Woods. We would do the wood carvings, wax paintings, watercolors, ceramics. We went on nature walks, and we were probably together. I'm sorry, I keep turning my head. Lisa and I were probably together when they tell you when you're young, don't go off the trail. Well, we were with a group of probably like 15 kids, and a couple of them went off the trail. Within probably 30 seconds of them going off the trail, some of them stepped on a hornet's nest and just got attacked. And they had to walk, unfortunately, all the way back to camp with these giant hornets stuck all over their body. And I developed a phobia of flying, stinging insects because of that, but I got over it. So. Oh my God, that was one of the things. Yeah.
good things at Art in the Woods, though.
Oh, it was mostly good. It's one of the best memories I have growing up is being at Art in the Woods. It was so fun. The farm, we would go into the barn and play around, and I remember the chickens running around everywhere, and it was great. Obviously, the banjo and his harmonica, every single family gathering, any chance he had in an audience, that banjo and that harmonica, I think he must have carried it with him everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He had harmonicas shoved in his pockets, and they would, like, fall
All
out.
the time.
He'd be, like, running around, like, excited, and then he'd drop harmonicas.
I mean, even going to work, I think he had
I have
harmonicas.
harmonicas over there,
Yep. And then I remember visiting the U of I Chicago campus, and I think you called it a concrete, that's what I remember it being, just going there to visit him at UIC. And obviously all of the students that he's inspired over his career, decades of career.
Thousands.
I remember hanging out at his house at Wolper's. Awesome
Still
bonfire.
there, by the way.
Giant deck.
Every
The
4th
bon-
of July, I remember the 4th of July parties.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
set off fireworks.
Yep. He was a
Yep.
total pyro.
Yep.
My dad
Yep.
was a pyro.
Totally. He loved the big fires.
And
That's why, look at his altar cloth here. Is
Yes.
a pyro altar cloth. He loved it. Yeah, he loved it.
And then as, his niece, he has so many inventions, and obviously they're surrounding us, but the ones that stick out to me, being a part of the family, the solar cooker. He would carry this solar cooker he invented everywhere, and he wanted to show it to people, and he'd always try to get you to, you gotta get one of these.
He would
This
do
is so
hot
good.
dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, he would bring it everywhere and cook. The electric bike, I remember, or the solar
All
powered
of
bike.
those drawings are on that table.
Yeah.
Back there. Yeah.
The solar cars. I think, and maybe you know better, but he would design a solar car every year with his students and enter it into competitions.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't even remember. Was that in the
Three-wheeled cars.
loved cars?
Solar cars. Chris knows.
He did the GM Sun Racer that won the
Come on, Chris, come on up.
That
You gotta-
won
Oh,
the
yeah.
Australian race. No,
Chris
but
knows
that was
everything about it.
Okay,
My
he did.
brother Chris knows everything about that.
So he designed the GM car that won.
That won the race around Australia, with no fuel because
That's awesome.
Tell him that.
Wow.
So this car raced all the way around the country of Australia.
no fuel and no
With no fuel.
How the pilot sat. That's what
Yeah.
he designed.
That's cool. Okay. And then the wind turbines that he had designed and aerotexture. Yeah, so these wind turbines, which we desperately still need today, can transform cities into renewable energy power plants, essentially, reducing our carbon footprint, and it's in the work with solar power. These are the things we need so much right now to help save the planet that he loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was way ahead of his time. Yeah, and I'm hoping his work can help maybe save us all.
Now we need to continue the work. Take the baton.
Yeah.
And all of us need to push it further. We need to. Everybody here needs to push Dad's work further. Thank you for doing it.
Yeah. He was always, we would always talk about this. He was always 10 years ahead of everybody else. He was so
Oh yeah.
smart, and patient and caring, and he didn't ever get frustrated. Really, with his thinking was, 10 years ahead of us, and his, a lot of people oh wait, no, don't you see what's coming, and getting mad and frustrated, but he wasn't like that, welcoming and just here's how we learn, over and over again, this is, where we are, but he loved to travel. And and you didn't mention it, I don't think, but there was an article over there, and Marcia, when you guys went on the Volkswagen bus tour of Europe,
Yes.
that is, just part of who he was, and just that sense
So
of adventure.
my mother and my dad, quickly, not to interrupt,
Oh, please.
they sold everything they owned and were total. I don't know how you do that, but they sold everything they owned, and they had a 3-year-old baby, and they
Lisa.
me, and they decided to travel to Europe. How many countries?
26 in 6 months.
26 countries in 6 months. They lived in a VW camper. My father loved the Volkswagen. He had every single model. But the camper, that was the top. The camper.
That was so fun.
And the blanket that lived in the camper is on the chair here
Oh my God, that's it.
today. So this blanket traveled 26 countries in 6 months. Do you want to name them? No. Okay.
Let's go, Marcia.
And I was 3 years old, and they took a 3-year-old to every campground in Europe. Okay.
I don't have much else really. You know, everything he did, he literally just wanted to save the world, really.
Yes.
But above and beyond all of that,
He just wanted to save the world, that's all.
I know, that's it. Small things. But really, the most important thing that I will always remember at Uncle Bill is his endless smiles, contagious laugh. Oh my God, when he would laugh, everybody would just laugh, even if it just was contagious.
He made us all happy with it.
Yeah, I think he made us all feel very loved, and we all loved him too.
Oh, Johnny.